Hello, beautiful humans. It has been a while since I came out on social media to share anything, and it is totally by choice, as I wanted to teach myself what it is to witness my own life, to be the own validator and the acknowledger of my own life, even though lots of events has occurred for me during 24. I did not share it, even though I have met so many of my soul tribes, so many people that were in my dream life. And lots of things. I wanted to teach myself discipline, that I am enough in my own experience, that I am uh, enough to witness my journey, that if I am witnessing me in my present moment, with whom I'm having the experience with, is enough. Of course, if I feel at any point in time that I would like to send gratitude or appreciation or share something for inspiration, empowerment, upliftment, or motivation, I would share that, but with the understanding that I'm not sharing this for the instant dopamine boost through the likes and the hearts and all of that stuff, which is also nice, but that's not the priority. The reason that I am coming here today now is that I felt the urge of voicing out my thoughts, which is a part of the collective thoughts. And by speaking out right now, I would like to state and point out I am here as a neutral human being. I am not on any side of any ethnic group, any religious group. I would like to refrain from speaking religiously or politically. I am speaking spiritually, neutrally, humanly. So please, if you're listening to me and you would understand what I'm saying, I understand that you are going to take it in according to your own perspective, your own beliefs, your own everything. But let's discern, not judge. Discern, which is understanding if something is for you or not, accepting what is without judging it. So you could discern from wanting something or not without being biased. So and so to say, there are so many that has been happening in the past few years. Understanding that we are one with nature, we are one with earth, we are one with the cycles is very important. Why? Because we live in one universe, on one earth. We are not separate from the energetics of this planet. So if we are separating ourselves from what we are one with, we are going to suffer and struggle our way to life. There is a huge emphasis and importance to understand that if we don't break a specific cycle of learning, we will keep recycling it over and over and over again until we learn a specific lesson. If we think of an idea because of the infrastructure that has been programmed and conditioned in us to a specific concept or idea or story, we will not overcome the cycles and the patterns that we need to break, and we will not learn the lessons, and we will keep living the same exact life, doing the same exact mistakes, and not leveling up consciously and in our awareness. Meaning, if we don't come to an understanding that what we are, why we're here, what is beyond what we could imagine or understand that reality is, to open up to the idea that reality is not just what we might think it is. And I'm trying really to choose words so that many of who will be watching this would grasp, because I understand that I do have people from different walks in life, different parts of the world that have different level of awareness. Awareness doesn't mean intellect. Just to state, we are in a very critical time. And critical does not mean dangerous. Critical means that it's a time to pay attention. It's a time to understand what is going on beyond what we have been learning, what we have been conditioned to, what we have thought it is. We are in a battle between darkness and light. And this is not a joke. And this is not a metaphor, it is literal. And you could understand what I'm saying according to your own perception, but I'm going to state it the way it is through mine. In the 1940s, when they discovered the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Middle East, the area of what is around Jerusalem and a part of Egypt as well, they found 13 sealed jars of clay, 6 of which was related to the powers of the darkness and that they do exist and that this is essential for the balance of the universe, 6 of which stating things related to the forces of the light, and 6 related to the forces of the darkness, stating that the forces of the darkness are gonna win 6 times, and on the other side, the forces of the light are also gonna win 6 times. And there was one jar with one scroll related to not winning, but triumphing of the sources of the light when they connect to their divinity. Divinity is not a religious inclined word. Divinity means connecting to the power within, related to the power without. So within, so without, as within, as without. Divinity means connecting to the source that we are a part of. Divinity means connecting to our inner technology. I would like to emphasize on the difference between winning and triumphing. Triumphing, there is no winning and losing. Triumphing is triumphing of a concept of people without losses. There is no winning and losing. And we are in the time that the forces of darkness and light are showing up in every part of our daily lives, in every aspect of what's going on, in all the stories that has been happening for many years, and now is a very critical time to pay attention. Numerologically speaking, we are in the year 9. If you understand a little bit about numerology, you will understand that 9 is the completion of a cycle. It's the death before the rebirth. It's the rising from the ashes. Understanding that there is acceptance of what is and taking inspired action to what to become, which will be what is in the moment that is, because everything is happening right now. When we look at what has been happening in the past 3 days in the US, there is an awakening call from Mother Earth to us because we have not been listening. We have refrained from following the ways of our ancestors, of the indigenous people, of how they have been using the cycles, what I was speaking about earlier, in order to live in symbiotic relationship and a synergetic relationship with our Mother Earth, Gaia. And they used to migrate in relation to the wildfires, but do allow the wildfires to take place because it fertilizes the soil with the outcome afterwards. It was of help, not of catastrophe. So they were not people that just sat in one place and prevented specific natural phenomena from taking place, because what has been happening is that when you suppress natural phenomena in ways trying to not allow things to happen in the natural ways, they become wildly uncontrolled. When we had more modernity and people cannot just keep moving, the indigenous people used to dig big holes and allow, in specific times of the year that they understand that this is in accordance with the cycle, they made big fires so that the fire would take place without it raging all around uncontrollably. However, the more we are separate and the more we are away from how to be in harmony with our mother, we are not separate from nature, we are nature. It's funny and ironic how in the English dictionary it says that nature is everything that is all natural except for humans, which is a very programmed literal explanation. We are one of nature. We are a part of nature. We are nature. We are organisms that is a part of a bigger organism. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. We are an emulation of everything that is happening all around in the universe. Every cell of our 50 plus trillion cells is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Everything that is inside of us, from our neurons, from our veins, from our microbiome, that are our microorganisms inside, exceed the number of our cells. We are not one being, we are a community of being that we call a human being. So if we don't honor what we are, if you don't honor the fact that you are a walking community that emulates whatever, everything that is around you, you are in disharmony and an imbalance with what is. Therefore, we are dysregulated, we are in stress response all the time, we are facing all sorts of experiences that are unpleasant. And this is not just about the recent wildfires, it's about all our lifestyles, everything, how we're living. Coming back to the recent events, it's very important to emphasize that there is a lot of grief, yet there is acceptance and gratitude for being alive, for being safe in our bodies. A lot of people who lived on the areas that had their house burned to ashes after they evacuated, they are not just a bunch of wealthy actors, as some people might think. I read a lot of people saying that, yeah, just a bunch of the houses of wealthy actors being burned in Hollywood and stuff. Well, the California fires were not just affecting Hollywood, they were affecting the city of Los Angeles as a whole. Hollywood is just a town in Los Angeles. There are so many other towns where a huge mass of spiritual community lived there. People that started everything from the ground, building up community houses, people that strive to inform other humans what they are, what they are capable of, people that have a similar vision and mission to life, people that share values, and people that strive to teach others to make our earth a better place by being an example to be followed, not to be pedestaled. So many people that I respect and that I have witnessed their lives for 4 and 5 years. How beautifully it has unfolded, how beautifully they have awakened, how beautifully they have learned, how beautifully they have shared their experience, how beautifully they are doing their best to live in accordance with the cycles and nature and to build up more of a community to raise our frequency as humans living in togetherness and unity and connectedness and community on this earth. Most of their houses has burned to ashes. And you know what? They are in acceptance and gratitude to be alive and safe in their bodies. They are in crisis. They have kids. Their small businesses has been burnt. One of the most beautiful places called Mother Tree that has cocooned, encapsulated, and witnessing the metamorphosis and the unfolding of so many beautiful lives for 5+ years has been burned to ashes. A place that held memories, energies, beauty, burned to ashes. Small business hubs and headquarters nearby and houses of those who built these places has burned to ashes. So it's really important to understand that it is not about just a place that you think that just people with wealth that it's okay that their houses could be burnt. And even if, well, actors are also humans. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. And this is not to put in comparison of what is going on everywhere, that people are in wars, in crisis, and children are dying with their parents and their houses are burning. I do understand that this is happening on a daily basis, and this is what I was speaking about earlier, that we are not learning the lesson that is repeating itself until we learn what we need to learn in order to understand that why we are here, why, what we are doing here, what is the lesson to learn here. It's not stating who's right and who's wrong and what are the historical facts behind what has been happening and who has the right to what and who stole what from who, and not only in that area, but everybody who went to everybody taking like that is not what is important. What is important to learn our lesson as humanity, that we are one, that one hurts, the other hurts, that everybody hurts the same, that if we are not understanding that it is time to come together to transcend our limiting beliefs of separation and division, we will not go anywhere. We will not go anywhere. It is the time for unity. It's the time for togetherness. It is the time to support each other in solidarity and integrity. It is the time to understand who we are as sovereign, authentic beings from the deep core of ourselves. It is the time to understand our divinity and what we are capable of as human beings, and stop being a human doing and be a human being. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not just machines going on a rat cycle over and over again. It is very important to understand that you're here to be and exist in harmony and symbiosis with what is around you, be it human beings or your environment. Understanding the fact that sources and resources are infinite and eternal, unlike what we have been told that things are going to finish up. That is very important. That you are an abundant, prosperous being. That the concept that has been taught to us since our childhood, that we are here in competition, like Darwin has stated, that nature is based on competition, that survival is for the fittest. This is a multifaceted concept. Nature is based on cooperation and collaboration. Nature is based on symbiosis and synergy. In nature, all the trees support each other through the mycelium network that goes all around the earth as the infrastructure, as the internet of the earth. They send all information underground, informing which tree needs what nutrients. No tree takes from another tree so that the other tree could die, so that the other tree could not survive. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we killing each other? Why we are jealous, wanting the demise of others? Why are we not understanding that when someone has, another can also have, that hoarding things will not lead you anywhere? That we're all equal. That nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Yet we are eternal because we are energy. And energy cannot be created or destroyed, can only transcend from a form to another. And understanding that we are one with all that is. That nothing is ever lost, but nothing ever lasts. Nothing ever lasts, but nothing is ever lost. I am honoring the grief and the sadness of whomever that is going through the process. I'm not belittling anybody's hurt in any part of the world. I so much feel for whom I call my soul tribe, for everything that has been happening, for losing their community hub, for losing their houses. I know how powerful and strong they are, and how everything is going to be rebuilt just like that. Just like how the fire ate everything, just like that. It's going to be rebuilt also just like that. I'm also wholeheartedly in compassion with everything that is happening in the world, everywhere, not belittling from all the crisis and the catastrophe going all around the world. Still, I do follow a specific concept of not jumping into the well when my friend falls into the well, but standing outside of the well to be able to help them. When crisis is happening, if you put yourself in the same crisis, emotionally, mentally, and psychologically, as what is going on, you're not going to be able to help. Jumping into the well with your loved ones is not going to help them. You need to stand tall in your power and strength to be able to support them from out of sight of the well, to be able to pull them out so that they come up to your vibration, not you go down to their vibration. Again, this is not belittling of our down times. We are human beings. That means that we are here to experience feelings. We're here to touch, to speak, to listen, to breathe, to see, That's why we have a body. Otherwise, we are pure essence. We're just consciousness. We will transition to, but yeah, uh, we are here as a consciousness. The body is within the consciousness so that you experience the 3D. Not going into terms right now, but we are here to feel our feelings, to honor our sadness, our grief, our anger, our frustration, and so forth. Yet, understanding that you have the capacity and the ability to self regulate at any point in time. Meaning that if you choose to be a victim of your own emotions, which is energy in motion, emotion is a cycled feeling, emotions is a biochemical reactions in accordance to a thought you thought related to something you have seen or oh, a thought that becomes a felt energy emotion in your body through a biochemical reaction that happened due to the thought, and then the emotion synthesizes more of the thought synthesizes more of the emotion, and you become a walking emotion related to the experience you're having. However, you have the 100% capability to self regulate at any point in time, to choose to think another thought, to feel another feeling. So, if you're choosing to feel a certain feeling for a prolonged amount of time, you're choosing to be a victim of your circumstances, of the person that told you something, of the situation that you're in. And it's important to understand how sovereign we are as beings here. We are validated and acknowledged and allowed to feel our feelings, but not allowing them to control us. You are not your emotions. You are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness beyond. What most of people don't understand is that your thoughts, 95% of your thoughts are coming from your subconscious. Just 5% is the conscious present thoughts that you are choosing to feel consciously, deliberately. 95% is from your subconscious mind that has been programmed and conditioned through the first 7 years of your childhood. What you have been installing and absorbing from your home, your school, your environment that shaped who you are, what you are, your traumas. It's very important to see where we are blocked at our childhood traumas. So many people are oblivious of the fact that this is what is controlling them. This is not to judge, but to discern that you need to take charge of your own healing, to take responsibility, your ability to respond, to take responsibility of yourself, to take accountability of what has been, not to say, yeah, it's the fault of my mom and dad, it's the fault of my society, they are doing this and this, I am like this because of my father, I'm like this because of my mom, I'm like that because of my society. No, even though it is a fact that you're the outcome of what was, you are responsible to heal you. When we heal, we support each other. When we heal, we bring about conscious, aware generations that are the future leaders. When we heal, we see beauty. When we heal, we grow, we evolve, we transcend, we ascend. Enlightenment doesn't come by just sitting cross-legged in one meditation. It is a process of softening in the awakening, as Richard Roth says. Gratitude. So I invite us to contemplate, to sit for some moments and go within, to feel the oneness of what we are, to understand the times that we are, the cycle that we are in, the importance of acting from a state of being that is love. Because love is what we are. Love is what we are. Love is our natural state of being. Kindness, gentleness, tenderness, compassion. Love is our authentic expression. Love is what we are. Love is our anchor. Love is our compass. You are love. I am you and you are me. We are one. Much gratitude in sending love everywhere on this beautiful Mother Earth.